What's up, my people? Welcome to Vertical Football. Welcome to another episode of 5 Things We Learned. As usual, I'm your host, Shegu, and today we're going into the 5 things we learned in the Chelsea versus Newcastle game. Newcastle at home at the St. James Park. Newcastle 2, Chelsea 0. So, guys, let's drop right into it, the 5 things we learned. And the first thing I have to say about Chelsea really is that I don't want to blame Enzo Maresca. But I felt you have to understand that, yes, you are trying to rotate. You're trying to have two teams, a team for the Premier League, a team for the cup competitions. I understand that it's valid. And this team played the likes of Panathinaikos. We saw what they did, amazing performance, But I think there's a difference when you are playing Panathinaikos and when you are playing Newcastle. This game, although it's a Carabao Cup match, this is a Premier League fixture. And also looking at Chelsea and the amazing things they've done this season, you just have to understand that these are the competitions where you get your cups, These are the competitions where you start gathering silverwares. Because yes, we know the Premier League might be too far away for Chelsea. The Conference League, it's possible that Chelsea wins that. But I think the likes of the Conference League, the likes of the Carabao Cup, the likes of FA Cup is what you should focus on. And I felt that you can't really blame him because he didn't expect, he didn't expect that that team will perform the way they perform today off of the games he has used them in. But I felt that team did not really do well. And I felt when I saw the lineup, I was like, he should have at least mixed it up with his other teams, some star players. They should have mixed it up a little bit, because I felt even in the defensive part of things, he should have brought some guys into this team. Because if you look at the workload from the first team he has been using in the Premier League, the workload has not really been much because they play some Premier League games and then there's always a rest for the other team to play the cup competition. So I felt he should have mixed that team up and make it a little bit more stronger. Second thing we learned in that game is the defensive, as you guys have seen, was shambolic, was terrible, really terrible, from the keeper down to the defenders or the makeshift right back and the makeshift, left center back, the makeshift, everything makeshift, and it didn't really gel today. For example, the likes of Badashile, the sassy, terrible mistakes, poor build-up. This is not what we have seen Chelsea do this season. But also we understand that, it's a gamble for Enzo Maresca that didn't pay off. And I believe these are the learning curves, really. And I also understand from his perspective, that's why I don't want to blame him, because he's having to manage a big squad. So you have to do a lot of rotations. There are a lot of players in this second team that in other teams will be starters. The likes of João Felix, the likes of Nkunku, the likes of, Enzo is even here today playing. So Cucurella. So there are a lot of players that will be demanding for minutes, and he sees this as an opportunity to give them minutes. But I feel the build-up, the pattern of play, sometimes they decided to go direct when it was not necessary. So I felt it was really, really shaky. The third thing, I would say, this is not to Chelsea, but in part of the game, really, because that's what we learned from the game, is Tonali is an impact player. Yeah, it's good to see him. It's good to see him back. It's good to see him play. Despite all that has happened, but I felt he's an impact player. And I believe what I've seen from Newcastle, yes, also it wasn't really a super performance for Newcastle, but they did very well, more than Chelsea. I feel that Newcastle will be so much better with the reintroduction of Sandro Tonali. So it's really good to see him back. And I feel Newcastle were really they were really affected by his absence last season, and I feel that they are much better today. Lastly, I feel the fourth thing, really, as I said earlier, is they went too direct. Chelsea went too direct at the wrong moments. Too direct at the wrong moments. The possession, everything was not really gelling. I don't know why, but I would just say the lineup really, and the players were not up for it. Right from the first minute, the backline was tense. They played likes of Mudryk missing the ball, forgetting the ball at the back, but actually caught off guard. So and they decided to go, long at the wrong moment. So what I feel it was a gamble that didn't really pay off. And lastly, I would say it's just a game. but I think it's a Carabao Cup, and now Chelsea's out of that tournament. But you have to look forward, and I think Enzo Maresca has learned a lesson. Even though you want to rotate, try and do it in such a way where you have to consider your opposition. It's not just blind rotation. Consider the opposition and see how you can rotate, but still bring out a strong starting 11 that can win that tournament. So guys, this is my opinions on the game, Newcastle 2 and Chelsea 0. As usual, guys, if you have your own opinions on the game, please drop it in the comment section. As usual, it's good to be here. We are happy to be here with you guys every moment. So as usual, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much, guys, for sticking with us. I'll just see you next time. Bye.